This is the story of why I decided to quit pursuing IIT. But before we go there, let me tell you why I decided to take up this challenge in the first place. I was born and brought up in Bahrain and I've essentially spent my entire life there. But in 2019, something unfortunate happened, and because of that, I had to leave the country along with my friends and school. Kind of a bummer.
This was also the first time I shifted schools, let alone shift countries, and because of the cultural differences, it became hard for me to fit in. Fast forward to 2020 and a pandemic hit the world. Because of online classes and my inability to socialize, I made zero friends and was honestly starting to lose hope. So doing what any sane person in my situation would have done, I tried to find an escape.
My escape had come in the form of Minecraft and YouTube. Minecraft gave me this sense of control, whereas YouTube was like this wholesome place where I'd forget all the worries in the world. But this wasn't enough. I still had no purpose and I was knowingly wasting my time. It was during this period when I came across this video from Sankokun titled "My First Year at IIT Hyderabad." I saw that video and I instantly thought to myself, I want this. I too wanted to be in a circle with like-minded people, and I too wanted to feel like I belonged somewhere. This then turned to become two of the many sources of my motivation to study.
Now, if you know me personally, you know that I'm a very stubborn person, and when I put my mind to something, I go full out, and I did exactly that. I went from studying almost never to studying 5 hours every day in just a span of 3 months. Studying this much made me feel good and finally gave me some purpose. I'd completed the maths and science part of classes 9th and 10th and also had done some more. अब आप सोच रहे होंगे, अगर सब कुछ इतना अच्छा चल रहा था, why did you quit? Here is why that I decided that this whole JEE fiasco wasn't my cup of tea.
From as far as I can remember, I've always been a creative person. I used to draw, play with building blocks and Legos, and just try and use anything to let out this creativity ka keeda I had inside me. I was 11 when I first found out about Photoshop and Sony Vegas. I saw a bunch of videos and figured out a way to download them for free. I then created the stupid videos with a few of my friends, and those were some of the highlights of my childhood.
I have always wanted a job that requires creativity. The first thing that I ever wanted to be was a graphic designer, but unfortunately, there isn't a lot of money in that field. My dad had advised me to try out my hand with computer science instead, क्योंकि सब वही कर रहे हैं और उसमें बहुत पैसा है. Found it a little odd back then, but didn't think too much about it until now. I put a lot of thought into it, and I'm certain that I'll be much happier living paycheck to paycheck doing what I love most rather than suffering in a corporate job, living in a semi-decent house. Like the previous instance, it was a single video, actually a single channel that opened my head. If you're wondering who this mysterious channel is, it's Ria Gogoi.
She had pretty much lived my dreams. She had made a career out of YouTube, something that I could only dream of. But TESPEZ, she isn't the first Indian YouTuber to achieve that. Well, yes, but at the time I thought she was 15 to 16 years old and I related to her very much. I kind of feel stupid for assuming her age so wrong now. Ria, if you're watching this, which you probably aren't, I'm sorry.
Anyways, alongside all of this, I was facing extreme burnout and an existential crisis as to why I was studying this much. Here are some thoughts that I jotted down from one of the days when I was feeling the most stressed.
I haven't been feeling myself lately. I've almost entirely stopped studying. Do I want this? Is this who I am? Should I do IIT? Are some of the questions I'm thinking. I tried making a video for YouTube, but nothing that I'm doing is meeting my expectations. Maybe YouTube isn't for me. No, YouTube isn't for me. Or at least not right now. I should not look at and try beating him. I guess IIT is my only choice. I'm also really eager for Wednesdays. Fuck, I have exams as well. I guess I will have to start studying. My head feels burdened. I can't seem to put my mind to studying. I have 2 exams upcoming. Get your shit together. It's now or never. For quota, for IIT, for family, for me. Forget 11th for some time. Start meditating and spending less time on screens. I have to push myself. I guess that's it. Do something today my tomorrow self will be thankful for. P.S. Don't try making that video. It won't work out.
I had become a slave of IIT. I was in this delusion that without IIT, I would be nothing. I had given up on everything, my sanity, my passion, and my non-existent friends. I had enough of this constant pressure I was putting on myself and did a complete 180. But I'm glad that I worked my ass out for those 3 months. Maybe if I wouldn't have worked myself out for those 3 months, I would have never figured myself out.
So join my journey of hopefully becoming bigger than T-Series one day by subscribing, and also leave a like to show your support. That's been it for this video. Stay safe and keep your parents proud. Don't be like me. Bye.